Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel and happy holidays to you. I first want to just give a shout out to all my new subscribers. I need to find another name for you guys because I don't like the word subscribing. I don't like the word follower. I just don't like it. So if anybody has any suggestions to what I can call you guys, not like, my fan bam or nothing like, gimmicky, but another term for subscriber and another term for follower, because I just don't really like it, because I don't want no one to follow me. I want you to join me on this journey on whatever it is that I'm doing on this channel and on my social media. I just want to say thank you guys. I appreciate you so much, and I thank you that you have faith in me to click that subscribe button. So thank you so much. So in today's video, we are going to talk about why I decided to invest in the 3 finishes of Jaclyn Cosmetics highlighters. I know that it has been such a controversy, even supporting her in any way, not just by me, just people in general, because of her past issues with her eyeshadow palettes, with her lipsticks and all that good jazz. And I also made a video a few months back when the lipsticks came out and my thoughts and opinions up there. I don't ever want to come off like a hypocrite, but I decided to support her. I am going to leave that video that I created about her lipsticks up here somewhere, so you guys can see, because it's one thing I am not going to do. I am not going to get on the, the trend of, either half-assing or being a hypocrite. If I decide to change my mind, I'm going to sit here and tell you that I changed my mind, and I'm going just to be honest. And in this situation, I did change my mind. So if you want to hear my reasons why, and if you also want to see how these highlighters perform, and also too, I am going to give my opinion on how I feel about drama channels getting PR, because that was also an issue that came along with these highlighters. By all means, stay tuned. But before you get all cozy, there is a subscribe button that is located right over here. Alongside of it is a notification bell. You definitely want to click both of them because you don't want to miss another video from your girl. I guarantee that. So go ahead. They're right there. Click it. I first want to start off by saying, or giving you my reasons why I decided to give Jaclyn Hill a second chance, third, fourth chance, whatever it is. There was no need for her, or at least for me. I wasn't waiting on an apology or an explanation or any of that from the lipsticks. I wasn't a person who purchased. I wasn't a person who was affected by that whole situation. Did I have my strong opinions to how she did stuff and how I felt it was wrong? Absolutely. I wasn't affected by that. What I do feel is that, yes, she deserved to give her hardcore followers, her consumers, the explanation to why things fell apart. I don't want to sit here and say that whatever explanation she gave was okay, because I felt like it was half-assed too. So I also saw that she was making her strides into trying to change. I feel like everybody deserves a redemption, and this is what she was trying to do. And I bought it. Point blank period. I can't put it any other way. Now, her other issue, or at least what I could see like on Twitter, because Lord, Twitter, y'all do the most up there, but I'm gonna save that for a whole nother video. On Twitter, she was getting a lot of flack for PR and giving it to drama channels. The only drama channel that I saw, because at that time I was still following him, was Rich Lux. This is not just rooted to Jaclyn Cosmetics. I feel, and this is as a consumer of makeup, I personally do not see any of the drama channels. Not a one. I don't see them as legit makeup reviewers. I don't see them as people that I will go to give me makeup advice. I just don't. So do I feel like it's appropriate for them to receive something? No. Because as someone who loves makeup, who knows how to do makeup, I'm going to click right past whatever it is that you're doing when it comes down to doing makeup. So that's just my opinion, period. There are a whole lot of, and this is one thing that I want people to really stop saying this particular narrative. Not everybody is jealous of what other people have or the opportunities of what people get. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for, and this is I have no qualms against anybody, but it doesn't make sense for me to go as a consumer to a drama channel to get makeup recommendations, especially if they don't do it normally. If that's not what their channel is built on, I'm not going to them. Even if I see it on the thumbnail, I'm not curious enough to know to get your opinion. I don't want it from you. I just don't. And there's plenty of talented, gifted makeup artists, makeup enthusiasts, makeup lovers, addicts, or whatever, who are building their channels based on makeup that deserve to get it more than the ones who are just their channels built on drama. That's just my opinion. I don't want to build the narrative of these channels are worthy, these channels are not. Lord knows I don't have the capability of telling any makeup company what to do, but as a consumer, I'm not going to the drama channels looking for makeup advice. Okay? Plain blank period. That's it. So for those who are watching, I do not want to minimize your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings if you were affected by Jaclyn Cosmetics in any negative light. If she has, I don't know about whether or not she has refunded everybody. I don't know, and I have to be honest, I am not following that narrative closely because I feel like it's maybe a few people who have said it. Drama channels have taken it to a whole nother level, and I personally have yet to see anybody come out and say, yeah, it's me, I never got my money. So I really don't know. And if people are really truly bothered by that, y'all need to speak up. If she has not returned your money, speak up, because no one is above getting the business. I'm just saying. I don't know how to word that. And also too, want to give a shout out to Fumi. Fumi did a great video on reviewing these products. She did get it in PR, and she gave a beautiful explanation to why people deserve a second opportunity. Again, I'm not in the business of cancel culture. I'm in the business for change. People can only show you what they're about. Talking is so cheap. Everything is based on actions. You know what I mean? So anywho, so she did a wonderful video on it. So I'm gonna leave her link to her video down. I would say up here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna leave her link down in my description box so you can go check out her review, because her skin is a little deeper than mine, and to see how these perform on her. So on November 26th, Jaclyn came out with her holiday collection, which are 3 finishes of highlighters. So you have the Luminous powder. Well, that's what it says on the box, but it's called Mood something in it. Anyway, so we'll get into that. So she came out with the Luminous powder. She came out with the loose highlighter. These are named differently, I'm pretty sure. And the highlighter palette. So when she came out with it, or whatever, I'm going to be all the way honest. I was not like, when I saw her video, I was like, yes, these are pretty. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to invest yet. So let me just hold back. So when I saw swatches, when I saw reviews, and everybody was like saying that everything was good, I still wasn't trying to order something that I have not seen in person. So I was like, I'll wait. I contemplated. Hell, I even spoke to my husband about it. I was like, listen, I need $105, and I'm just letting you know I'm about to spend it. And he was like, okay. He goes for it, whatever I say when it comes down to me trying to make my channel better and whatever I'm trying to review. So he was with it. But I still wasn't ready to make that commitment into purchasing when she just had it online. So it was either MORPHE or Jaclyn that tweeted on that same week of December the 5th that this line was coming into MORPHE stores, but I kind of already knew that was going to happen. There was no way that Jaclyn could be affiliated with MORPHE and not go into their stores. Didn't make any sense to me, so I knew to hold off. So I wanted to check this out in person before I purchase. Okay, so I've done all this rambling, so let's just finally get into the product. So as you can see, I already have my foundation on. I did not set my foundation, I only set my under eye because I definitely want to try the products as she instructed, whether it's going to be pretty or not. I just want to see how it's gonna look. So anyway, so she came out with 3 finishes. So just a FYI, for those who are interested in getting it at MORPHE, you would only be able to purchase it in store. They do not have it on their website. And I want to say the reason why they may not, I didn't ask anybody, this is just only an assumption. I feel like the reason why they don't have it on their website because MORPHE does have the Afterpay ability, and I don't think that Jaclyn Hill wants her products, at least as of yet, to be an Afterpay option if she does not have that on her website yet. So that's my rationale. I might be wrong. Let me know down in the comment section if, you know, I'm reaching on that. But that's my rationale to why it may not be online. So I got all 3 finishes. I did not get the brushes. I did see them in person. I wasn't intrigued enough to purchase them. I think they're expensive. Then you also have a collection with MORPHE of your favorites. Like I would purchase that before I would purchase those brushes. Just being honest. So this is, what's it called? The Moonlight Luminous Powder. I got the darkest shade. This is Feelin It. So who said it? I think it was Kathleen Light. I don't watch Kathleen Light's videos at all. Not that I have any issues with her, but I think that she was the one that brought it to the attention of what's on the package isn't how the product is listed, which is true because these are called the Moonlight Luminous, and on the box it says Luminous Powder. The little details, Jaclyn. The little details, like maybe your next round of whatever order that you put out that you change that. That's kind of annoying. Oh, and it's cute. And I guess she puts like her little hashtag at the bottom so you can let her know that you've used it. All right, cool, good enough. The Moonlight Luminous Powder comes in 5 shades. Like I stated, I got the darkest shade. This runs for $32 and there is 0.35 ounces in this container. Now, if you saw my haul video, I did purchase the Laura Mercier, whatever, this person. I bought their Luminous Glow Powder, and this is the translucent loose setting powder. And this is $32 for 0.35 ounces, and this is $39, I think, the full price for this, and this has a whole ounce in it. Now, I'm dying to see, and I might do a side-by-side just to see. In the container, I think that this one is deeper, and this one has more of a luminosity to it. We'll see. I mean, it's just makeup. I'll just wash it off. But I just want to see side by side what the difference is going to be. And this one is the Accent Light Palette. Again, same issue. There isn't, what it says on the website is not what it says on the box. That's so crazy. But the packaging looks like this. She's pretty. The fingerprints, I'm just not opening it, and the fingerprints are crazy. Like, that might be annoying if you're fixated on that. Oh, it has a pretty mirror. So it looks, oops, I don't want to blind you. But the mirror is pretty dope, and it looks like this. I want to use this shade on my lids today. So I got the Flare palette, and it runs for $49, and there's only 2 palettes. So there's one for lighter skin tones and one for darker skin tones. And the last product is the Beaming Light Loose Powder. And I did get the darker shade, and this is Megawatt. And this is $24. Now, I'm not really upset about the price. One, let's talk about everything's expensive, I'm being all the way honest. But for the amount of product that you're getting, it's going to last you a good while. You're not going to run through any of this anytime soon. So it's not that big of a deal, at least for me. And these Beaming Light Loose Powders come in 5 shades. And again, I got the darkest shade. I did swatch as much as I could in store. What I will say about the shade ranges is that the darker shades are really truly for darker skin tones. You can't go up a shade and feel like it works. they're kind of light. So I feel like they could have been more shades in between, at least for the darker complected individuals. Should have been maybe a little bit more, but she's just starting out, I guess. I don't know. She didn't say that she was coming out with more. Isn't this limited edition? Well, yeah, it's limited edition, but maybe another shade or two prior to this and maybe one behind this could have been okay. Okay, so the first product I'm going to use is the Mood Luminous powder, which is supposed to be considered a setting powder. So I had to go back and watch Jaclyn Hill's video, and so she said that you should take this powder and mix it with your regular translucent powder to set your entire face. So I'm going to pour a little bit into the cap. I will say that the sifter doesn't spill out a lot of products. I'm truly shaking it, and this is what I'm getting. So I don't think that you'll have an issue with spillage. So I'm going to tap a little bit of my setting powder, and I'm just using the Laura Mercier. Is it Mercier? Mercier? I don't know. Uncultured, apparently. And then I'm going to mix it. Okay, let's do a brush. So I mixed it. Oh no, can you see a sheen? Oh, let me put a little bit more. Yeah, this thing doesn't really come out easily. Okay. There it is. That, do you see that? It does give you, I don't know what you can see. Well, like right in here, I feel like this is where I added more of the Mood Light powder or Luminous powder. You can see like the inner, for me, I can see the glow. I don't know how to feel about it just yet. I'm not like, I'm not mad at it because I don't ever want, because mind you, I'm an oily person. So I don't ever look for a luminous kind of look. Like I'm into the matte. I love a good highlighter. But this to me looks like, it looks classy. It does. Let me know. I don't know how it's translating on this thing, but it does look classy. And I haven't done my contour. So let me go ahead and do that now. I'm going to use my Sephora Pro Face Palette. I'm not going to use anything different when it comes down to that. And then I'll come back and then we're going to try to see what the Mood Light palette looks like with a smaller, denser brush. Be right back. Okay, so I'm going to take my R3 Morphe brush because it's a bigger, fluffier brush, so then it doesn't have to be so, the highlighter won't be so harsh. And I didn't try to find, which I should have. I should have tried to find dupes for the brushes that she has amongst all the Morphe brushes I already own, but I didn't do that. But I'm pretty sure there are Morphe brushes that look exactly like what she's marketing, except for that little fan brush. I don't think that Morphe has a brush like that, but when I saw it in person, I still wasn't impressed enough to purchase it. So let's just see. Well, let me just give you my opinion so far. With doing my contour, putting on my blush, and again, I just used my Sephora Pro palette that I've been using for the past several months. Couple of months, I'm being dramatic. Which I've been using. And I was just noticing the finish. Oh, damn. I wanted to compare it to the... to what's up, the Laura Mercier powder, and I didn't. But I like it. I'm not gonna sit here in front. I like it. It's very subtle. You still get that luminosity, that kind of. I like it. It's kind of a grown highlight. All right, so here it is by itself. I understand that you might have some issues with her, but this is for the grown and sexy. Point blank, period. That's it. Oh my, this is pretty. It's subtle, but fly. Yeah, I don't know about it having any blurring effects to it. I have large pores, so I never go into using a product that says that, oh, it'll blur out, minimize. I never, ever, ever take that for truth because it can never cover up my stuff. I feel like I'll give you credit for blurring out pores when you can cover up these things. But since you can't, you don't get props there. But this is nice. So what I will do, because I didn't set my face with the Laura Mercier, I feel like I'm just jacking up that name, sounding mad crazy. I'm going to use the Luminous powder on this side just to see the comparison. And see, I haven't opened this one either. And I'm going to use the Morphe E53 brush to apply this. I just enhanced my whole entire 5 head. Okay, so to compare the two, I don't know how this is translating on camera. I feel like it's a whole lot. To compare the two, I would like to say they're both very different from each other. I feel like the Moonlight Luminous powder gives you more of a luminous kind of feel. It also could be because of the brush that I used, which was this one, but this is pretty, like, it's a pretty fluffy brush, and it gave me a nice little highlight. In comparison to the Laura Mercier powder, it gave me more of the inner glow. I mean, they're both pretty fluffy brushes. Maybe this one might be a little denser than this one, but it's nice. So you can still see the shine. They're both, I think, equally nice. I will say the Laura Mercier powder is deeper. So if you are darker than me, I feel like that might be the way to go if you're interested in trying the Jaclyn Hill powder. This might be a little light, but the Laura Mercier powder is nice and deep. So you should definitely try it. I wouldn't say one is better than the other. Other than the fact that you get more in this one than you do in the Jaclyn Hill Moonlight Luminous powder. Okay, so now that we have tried that, where's the cap to it? Like, I'm really satisfied with what I have going on here, but for the sakes of the video, I'm going to try this. Well, let me do my eyes first because I definitely want to try. What shade is this? It is Turned On, and use it as a lid shade. So what I decided to do for this video is bring out her palettes. I feel like it was appropriate. And if y'all don't know by now, if I have a product from a company, if I have partnering things that can go with it, I am going to use it. So I never gave any attention to these palettes while, you know, when they came out. I bought them when they came out. As soon as they came out, I purchased them, but I never featured them on my channel. At least I don't think I did. No, I didn't, because everybody was like harping on how, you know, crappy they were, and plenty of people, she had to make an apology video for these things right here. I will say that out of the ones that I did use, which is this one that actually is the only one that I used, this is the Ring the Alarm palette. You can see I done hit pan on this one. So I decided to do a look with it today because I am using highlighters. But I'm going to take a tip from the lovely Miss Jackie Aina. I'm going to go in my Born This Way concealer in Chai and put it on my lids. And I'm not going to do an extravagant look because we're just testing out the highlighters. This is the feature. I'm not trying to convince you to get... There's something going on with my camera. I'm not trying to convince you to get these palettes whatsoever. But I will say it wasn't just these Jaclyn Hill palettes that have been a little patchy. I'm kind of starting to notice that with Morphe eyeshadows, period. I am a Morphe supporter. I do like their products overall, but what I am noticing with some of their eyeshadows, they are a little like, they're starting to get a little patchy. But I think that the reason why people don't talk about it as much because everybody's affiliated with them. I'm going to take this limited edition brush by Morphe. It's the M513. And I'm going to go in with, what's the name of this palette? So I'm going to go in to the Bling Boss palette, and I'm going to use the Shadow Sparks. And this is my first time using this palette. I'm just using, ooh, okay. I've had, this palette has been out for what, a year now? Oh, this brush is shedding like crazy. I'm just gonna do this one eye on camera and then go off camera to do the other one just to save time. And so I'm going to go in to the Ring the Alarm palette and use the shade Alert. And I'm going to use the brush from Royal Land Nickel in Balm 44. It's a large crease brush, and it says that on the on the brush. These brushes are mad long. They look like paint brushes. I'm not reviewing this palette, but I could see where everybody had concerns. I like this brush though. Then I'm gonna go back in to Sparks to refreshen that shade. And I'm not putting any more product onto this brush, I'm just blending. I'm gonna go into Secret, and this is in the Ring the Alarm palette. I don't know if this is gonna be a good idea, but let's just see. Okay, she's pretty. I wasn't sure if I should do this one or Framed, but we're here now. Let's dip into Framed just to see. Going back into Sparks. Now that we have that on, we're gonna go into the Flare palette and we're gonna go in with Turned On. And I'm going to take a flat brush, and this is the Morphe M167. This is also limited edition. Okay, dipping my brush into the palette. You get a little bit of kick up, but nothing, you know, to cry about. And I'm just gonna place down on my lid. Use this Mirror Girl. Okay, she makes a beautiful shadow. I'm not adding any more product, I'm just blending. And I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm gonna use my little color switch from Walgreens. Yo, these limited edition brushes from Morphe are trash. Being honest, they're shedding like crazy. So I'm gonna go in with Made You Look, this shade right here, as my inner corner. And just blend that out. I'm gonna take my favorite eyeliner in the Maybelline New York Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Liner. And what shade is this? Deep Onyx. And then we're gonna do finish our eye look. I'm gonna use this little pencil brush. Again, it's another Morphe brush. It's the M326. Same from the Pride collection. I don't know, what did I do first? I'm gonna go in with Alert. And usually when I do my lower lash lines, I don't switch out my brushes too much. And then I'm gonna go in with Secret. Okay. So I'm just gonna take this brush and just blend out. Okay. The eye look came out okay. All right, so now it's time to see this as a highlighter. Maybe I'll try with Exposure. It's the second to the darkest shade, I guess, in this palette. I'm gonna use the M501 palette brush and dip it. I just feel like with the Luminous powder, I feel like it's enough sheen if you can't see it already. I feel like Exposure, this shade right here, is the pan version of the Moonlight Luminous powder in Feelin It. They just look exactly the same. And to me, it would be more of a preference thing, which one you chose. Okay, I'm gonna try Made You Look, what I used in my inner corner, and put it on my Cupid's bow. And let's try it on this other side. To keep it all the way honest, I don't feel, and maybe I need to use it by itself, but because Jaclyn displayed it as if she uses all three products all at the same time every time she does a look, and her highlight always look flawless, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing all three of them together. But I would say, just first impressions, that you can actually skip this if you're interested in it. I really love this powder, and I feel like the powder by itself was enough, just for my personal preference. Oh yeah, your girl's glowing though. Good grief. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the, because it doesn't say it on the package, and my notes are somewhere, but this is supposed to be the one that's, and I had already opened this one. I haven't used it, but I did open it. The beaming one. And I know that she used a fan brush, I want to say, for this one, but I don't like fan brushes. I'm going to use the M53 brush. This is supposed to be a large fluffy brush or a blending brush, but I'm going to use it as a highlighter brush today because it is pretty big. All right, and this is in the shade Megawatt. I'm gonna do my Cupid's bow again. See if this one beams a little differently. Yeah, this here. This definitely, and I'm putting it here because that's how she does it. I'm just kind of replicating how she applies it. So I guess this is how it's supposed to make sense. But truth be told, like, this beaming one is pretty dope. All right, so in this moment, let me know what you think so far. I know it's a little bit excessive. It's a whole lot of highlight, but be honest. Be honest, and it's okay. Like, my feelings don't get hurt like that. I don't know anybody for it to be like, crushing my soul. But give me your honest opinion of what you think of the product itself. Not the person, but the actual product. I don't see anything crazy. There wasn't anything on my products. Again, I didn't order from her site directly. I ordered it. Well, I didn't order it. I went to the MORPHE store and purchased it. There was nothing on my products. There was nothing, oozing, anything coming from it. So, yeah, I'm going to finish up this eye look, and then I'm going to come back with my final thoughts. All right, so here are my final thoughts. So I'm going to go through each product to kind of let you know whether or not I feel like it's worth your time, money, all that good jazz. So for the first product, the Moonlight Luminous powder, I actually really, 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 really love. I think that this product alone is pretty dope. For us mature women, I feel like, one, we all have different textured skin. Our elasticity is different. Some of us haven't wrinkled, some of us wrinkle earlier than others. And when it comes down to highlighting, we're all kind of skeptical about whether or not we should use it. I feel like this powder right here definitely gives you that shine, that sheen, that, luxurious look without doing too much, especially if you have mature skin. So I definitely say this is a go. Now, in comparison to the Laura Mercier powder, I can't say that, powder, I feel like they're like in what? The only difference between the two powders, like I stated before, that the Laura Mercier powder has more product in it. And if you are of a deeper skin tone, I didn't see the lighter one, so I don't know what the lighter one looks like, but for a person of my complexion and darker, I think that powder is better than this one, because this one's a tad bit lighter than the Laura Mercier powder. So I just think that this is pretty good. I'm never going to tell anybody go and get it, go and get it. But if you are interested in any of the products, this from Mature Ladies, this is pretty dope. Now for the palette, I've never been a person that's into packaging and what it looks like because it goes in a drawer. I don't put my makeup out on display, at least in the room that I have right now. Nothing is out on display, so I can care less what it looks like. I already got stuff on it. It's very pretty, but like, look, like this is an annoyance. I personally don't like it, but again, you're gonna get makeup on everything, whether or not it has a mirror to it or mirror style packaging to it, or whether it's black. Makeup gets dirty, and I know that a lot of people bring that up as a topic or maybe a deal breaker or an annoyance. Oh, well, you know, the packaging, the fingerprints, every makeup packaging gets dirty. I don't really like, if you put this up for display, you can never use it, or you have to constantly get some Windex, girl, and clean that. But look, that's nasty. Now for this product itself, none of the colors in here are groundbreaking. They're nice. I say you really don't need this. This one, I think, out of the three is the most expensive product, and it's not a wow factor for me. I am going to use it again, of course. I just want to see how it performs by itself, because I did layer everything, so it really was kind of hard to depict, you know, whether or not it has that sheen, you know, impact. I just don't feel like it did. Like on top of anything, it didn't, you know, wow me. It's very pretty. As an eyeshadow, it's dope, but you're not going to spend $50 on some eyeshadow. You're just not. And for the beaming highlight, this is very, 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 very pretty. It's very hard for me to kind of say, oh, it's a must-have. Because all loose highlighters kind of have that impact. But what I will say, in comparison to other loose highlighters, this definitely has a beam to it that I have yet to see in another product. Very pretty. I hope that she extends the line just a little bit, because I would want another shade, maybe you know, above this one, maybe a little goldish, not so much of a copper color, just to see what that looks like on me, because the shade, when I did swatch the shade before, it was too light. So maybe if she came out some other colors, I think that, you know, this line itself would be pretty dope. So my favorite products are the Moonlight powder and this beam one, and to give the palette a skip. There's a lot of people out there who don't support her, and they like to talk a lot of trash or whatever. I feel like if you're going to be in my comment sections, I'm not predicting that anybody will be in my comment section doing this. Listen, have your qualms with her. You have that right to say and feel how you like. But what I do not respect is when people come for someone's looks. I don't care what a person does to themselves, whether they admit it or not. No one should be subjected to reading how people feel about their physical appearance, whether they bought whatever they adjusted to themselves, or whether or not it's naturally like that. That's disrespectful, and you're whack for even doing so. So if you want to leave your thoughts and opinions about how you feel about her, how you feel about the product itself, by all means do that, but have enough respect to not insult her physical in the comment section or in anybody's comment section. Like, where are the adults? Let's act like it, please and thank you. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and, you know, check it out, I would recommend for you to go into a Morphe store and do the swatching versus purchasing it online. So yeah, that's all I really got to say. I don't regret purchasing any of it, truth be told. I actually like it a lot, and I will continue to use it on my channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to connect with your girl on everything Talia's Eye Candy, you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And if you want to follow my journey on follow my weight loss journey, you can find me on Beauty from the Inside Out 365, and that is on my second IG page. And I will definitely catch you all in the next. Bye. Llegó la mami que todo desespera.